เราสามาวัดนะ
We've come to the temple,
ตื่นแต่เช้ามืด
woke up really early,
มาก็ค่ารถก็แพงนะ
took your ride, cost money.
เราก็เสียเวลาหลายชั่วโมง
Gasoline is not cheap. We spend a lot of hours coming here and going back. You have to get something that is worth
ลำบาก
the investment, making all these efforts,
วัดนะต้องให้
coming all the way to the temple.
ไป
When you come to the temple, you need to
ได้ลาภนะ
to get awareness, get the wisdom from the temple, not any luck, not any fortune. Nowadays, people go to temple. You just get only the good feelings.
แค่ความสบายใจมัน
You are a Buddhist. You don't need just the good feelings,
มาเจอ
the comfort.
ศาสนาแล้ว
You've had a chance to
วัดทั้งทีต้องได้สติได้ปัญญา
encounter Buddhism. So when you come to the temple, you need awareness, you need wisdom to go back. So you become the truer
ศาสนา
Buddhist
ในบ้าน
over time.
ปนเปื้อนนะที่จริง
The Buddhism in Thailand is so tainted.
อยู่
It's actually tainted in every country because it has lasted a long time. So there are different cultures that are localized. In China, it's mixed into the Chinese system. In Japan, it's mixed into the Japanese way. In the Thai,
ลัทธิอื่น
in Thailand, it's mixed up into other cults.
ๆสมัยก่อน
In the past,
ระบบดูแลพระนะ
there was no system to take care of the monks.
ศึกษาปฏิบัติไป
Each person got ordained and each person study on its in their own way. Different schools will have their own approaches, different interpretations of disciplines differently.
ก่อนที่
Therefore, before King Rama IV had reformed this, King Rama IV and the Fifth had reformed this, we had countless number of schools. It's just these 2 schools at the moment.
รัชกาลที่4มาตั้งธรรมยุทธ์ขึ้นมา
So
ก็แยกออกมาอีกอันหนึ่ง
King Rama IV has established 2
รว
schools.
มกันทั้งหมดนะเรียกว่ามหานิกายอะไรเป็นนิกายใหญ่ธรรมยุทธ์เป็นนิกายแยกออกมา
So these 2 different schools,
ไม่ใช่เรื่อง
there are 2 major ones.
ไม่ใช่สังฆเพศเพราะในมหานิกายนะจริงๆแล้วก็มีนิกายย่อยๆเยอะแยะไปหมดเลย
So there's Theravada,
แต่ละที่ก็ตีความพระวินัยตีความธรรมะอะไร
and each part, each school
ทุกวัน
would
นี้ธรรมยุทธ์ก็
interpret
ย่อหย่อน
the disciplines very differently.
เป็นนิกายย่อยๆข้างในเนี่ยเยอะแยะเลยเหมือนกันกายไป
So there are
อยู่ไปก็คล้ายๆกัน
subgroups within the schools themselves as well.
ศาสนามันก็มีวิวัฒนาการปรับเปลี่ยน
So the evolution of the Buddhism has changed over time.
ว่าคำสอนที่แท้จริง
Dhamma and Mahanikaya, these 2 things have evolved on their own as well. And the evolution can change to the point where we forgot the original teachings of Lord Buddha. The main intention of Buddhism is to be liberated from suffering. So for those who are still not so weak in their faculty, for the determination to get rid of suffering. So Lord Buddha has taught the Dhamma that is suitable for living in the world, so that it suffer less, so we suffer less. So the Dhamma, there are so many levels to it. So people who got ordinated, some people really want to be liberated, to get the enlightenment. A lot of people got ordained so that they can collect the perfection, accumulate their perfection. And they hope that in the future, in the far future, they would have the chance to meet
มันไม่มีสติปัญญาแต่ก็ดีกว่าไม่มีหลักยึดอะไรเลยก็ทำชั่วไปเรื่อยๆ
The next
พวกเรามีโอกาส
Buddha, which is the Arya Maitreya. So
เรียนไปเพื่อความพ้นทุกข์
we study Dhamma to be liberated from suffering. In order to be liberated from suffering, only when we stop clinging, letting go. When you let go of everything, you'll be free. There will be nothing that taints your mind, that the mind is free from any fabrications, free from any defilement. Even wholesomeness cannot taint the mind. So as long as the wholesomeness can still interfere with your mind, you still suffer as a good person. Without any formations, without any fabrications, there'll be the freest. So make your determination, make your resolution. So wherever Buddhism is, just make this intention to be born together with Buddhism. Don't pray that you want to become a Thai person and you meet Buddhism in that lifetime. Just like Buddhism used to be in India, in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, but Buddhism is no longer there. So one day it might no longer be in Thailand. So make your resolution, make the determination to be born. Make a new resolution as long as you have not finished your duty in Buddhism. Wherever Buddhism will be, hope, wish, make a resolution, the determination to be born in the place where you have a chance to experience Buddhism. But in this lifetime, when you have the opportunity already, whenever you do any good deed, have this determination. If you can be liberated in the nearest future, do it. Don't wait for the long future. But if cannot, just hope that you will not be removed or detached from Buddhism in the next lifetime. In order to extinguish any suffering, in order to terminate the suffering, you have to get rid of the aggregate. To be completely liberated, it's about being free from defilement. So when the Lord Buddha had got enlightenment, at that moment, he's actually already free from suffering, but he still had the sufferings of the aggregate. He still had the body, but the mind was already free. There's no clinging, no attachment. No matter what happened to the body, the mind had no changing, has no problem, has no suffering. The day that he passed away, that's when all the aggregates disappeared. That's the end of all suffering. That's the complete ending of suffering. So there are two kinds of nibbana. The first nibbana is the first kind that there's some parts of it that remain. There's still aggregates that remain. It's the end of defilement, but the body remains. The second type of nibbana, it's the kind of there is nothing left. There is no aggregate left. There's no circle of life. There's no suffering from any aggregate. So you have to understand that the final destination is the end of suffering. But before the end of suffering, you have to be liberated from suffering. The end of suffering actually comes from letting go of the aggregate. The five aggregates is the source of suffering. It's the suffering themselves. How do we handle this? How do we do this without the mind suffering? That's when you need to grow the wisdom. You need to cultivate your wisdom until the mind lets go of the five aggregates. And then you see the five aggregates as if it's the property of the world. The aggregates may suffer, but we do not suffer mentally. So how do we see that the five aggregates are not related to the mind? So you need to do the vipassana practice. You need to cultivate your mindfulness, the wisdom. Study about your body and mind. Become mindful, become aware of your body and mind. Until you see the truth of this, you need another kind, is the correct kind of samadhi. Without the correct kind of samadhi, mindfulness itself to observe the body and mind, see the body breathing, see doing the walking meditation, but the mind doesn't itself doesn't lead to wisdom. You just have some mental images and you thought you would get enlightenment. You may get into the deep meditation and have the experiencing the void, the emptiness, and you would imagine that you had the enlightenment. So actually what's important is actually you need the correct kind of samadhi. You need the upright and stability of the mind in order to see the five aggregates separating out. You need the mind stability. You need the correct stability. So you thought you were imagining, you see the body breathing. You were actually thinking. You don't truly see it. As long as you're still imagining it, you're still thinking it, it's not a true wisdom. It's not the correct seeing. Vipassana is about seeing it. Vipassana. Vi means clearly, truly. Passana means seeing. It's the truly seeing clearly. That what you see is what you have to see is the five aggregates are subject to the three characteristics of existence. You see each individual of the five aggregates. You need to separate them out in order for each aggregate to show you the three characteristics. As long as the five aggregates are still merged together, it would just make, it will just give you the sense of us. It's something, it's you. But once the aggregates separate out, you see the body sitting and the mind observing. The mind is the observer. The body is sitting. The body is walking around. You see the body breathing. You see it. Just like you observe a robot, just like you observe something that is changing all the time. The mind is just the observer, the seer. Then that's when you will truly have the wisdom. As long as you see the body, seeing the body walking, the mind is observer, that's still your thinking. The true wisdom will not arise. You cannot eradicate your defilements. You can only suppress your defilements. When you think you contemplate about Dhamma, it's still your samatha practice. It's not yet vipassana practice. Vipassana is not about thinking. It's not about contemplation. It's about seeing it truly. So this is the path to the end of suffering. So you need to get rid of the defilements. As long as there's still defilements, you still be reborn again and again. In order to extinguish this, you need to do the wisdom cultivation. The Lord Buddha had said we reach purity only through the wisdom. The wisdom is the vipassana wisdom. It's not the wisdom in the worldly sense. A lot of people thought you do years and years of practice and still not making progress. This practice, Dhamma practice, cannot be counted as number of years. It's not like in the world. You do enough, you register enough number of courses, you graduate from school. That's a different thing. Dhamma studying is not about, you cannot prescribe the number of years. Some people it takes 3 to 7 days. Some people it takes a lifetime and still get no time. The faculties, the perfections that one has accumulated over lifetime, they are different. So don't look at others. Don't look down on others. Just observe yourself. How do we eradicate our own wisdom? wisdom comes from
มีสัมมาวายามะมีความเพียรชอบ
the right kind of
มีสัม
effort.
มาสติมีสติช
You
อบ
did the right kind of
มีสัมมา
mindfulness.
สมาธิมีสมาธิชอบ
You did the right kind of
องค์ธรรม
samadhi.
สำคัญ3ประการนี้นะ
These are the
เครื่องฝึก
3
จิตฝึกใจ
main
เรา
ingredients for training your mind.
เราต้องพัฒนาให้ดีแต่ก่อนจะ
So
ได้
you
3
need
อ
to
ย่างนี้
develop these.
ก็
But
ต้อง
these
อา
3
ศัย
things,
องค์มรรคเบื้องต้นก่อน
so
มีความ
initially
เห็
you
น
need
ถู
the
กมีความ
initial
คิดถู
path.
ก
You need the
มีการพูดถูกมีการกระ
right
ทำถูก
view,
มีการเลี้ยงชีวิตถูกนะ
have the
สิ่ง
right
เหล่านี้
speech,
ต้อง
have
มี
the right action,
เป็น
have
พื้น
the
ฐาน
right
ไว้ก่อน
career.
ก็คือ
These are
ส
the
ร้างพื้นฐาน
basics
ที่ดีนะแล้วพอล
as
ง
the
มือปฏิบัติ
foundation. And
จะ
then
สู้
once
กับ
you
กิเลสเนี่ย
practice, you'll be able to fight
ขั้นแรกเลย
with the
เรื่องสัมมาวา
defilement.
ยามะสัมมาวายามะ
So
คือความ
then
เพียรชอบ
the first step is about the right
ความเพียร
effort.
ชอบไม่ได้แปลว่านั่งสมาธิได้นานๆ
The
เดินจง
right
กรมได้
effort
นาน
is not about you
ๆ
spend
ความเพียรช
hours
อบเนี่ย
doing
ก็
the
คือ
sitting
เพีย
meditation
ร
or
ละ
hours
อกุ
of
ศล
walking
ที่มี
meditation.
อยู่แล้วเนี่ย
The right
ให้มัน
effort
หมดไป
is
สิ้นไป
getting rid
เพียรปิด
of
กั้น
the
อกุศลใหม่
unwholesomeness,
ไม่ให้เกิด เพียร
blocking new
ทำกุศลที่ยั
unwholesomeness
งไม่
from
เกิดให้เกิด
arising,
เพียรทำกุศลที่เกิดแล้วให้เจริญขึ้น
and
นะ
make
เนี่ย
the
เรียกว่า
wholesomeness
ความเพียร
that
ชอบ
has not
เห็นไหม
arisen
มัน
to
เป็น
make
เรื่อ
it
งของ
happen
กุศลกับอกุ
and
ศล
cultivate the
นะ
wholesomeness
งั้นกุศ
to
ลอกุศลไม่เกิด
flourish,
ที่
to
จิต
grow
ของเรา
further.
เท่านั้นเองไม่เกิดที่
Wholesome and
ร่างกาย
unwholesomeness only
ไม่
arises
เกิดที่อื่น
in the mind,
เกิดที่จิต
not
ที่ใจของ
anywhere
เรา
else.
นี่เองเพราะฉะนั้นเวลาเราจะ
So
ภา
if
วนา
everything arises inside
เจ
your
ริ
mind,
ญ
it doesn't have to go
สัมมา
anywhere
วา
else.
ยามะเนี่ยเราเจริญอยู่ที่จิ
So
ตข
the
องเรา
right
นะ
effort
สังเก
is
ต
all
จิตใจ
about
ของตัว
working
เองไป
inside your mind.
ให้จิต
Serve
ใจ
your
เรามี
mind.
กิเลสเกิดขึ้นคอยรู้ทัน
If there's some
จิตใจ
defilement,
เห็น
you
กิเลส
become
เกิด
aware
ขึ้
of
น
it.
รู้กิเล
You
สตั้งอ
observe
ยู่
the
รู้เห็น
defilement
กิเลส
arise.
ดับไปรู้หัดรู้ไป
You
เรื่อย
say the defilement
ๆหรื
stays,
อบาง
and
ที
you
พอ
see,
กิเล
you
สดับ
say,
นะ
you see
จิต
the
มันเป็นกุ
defilement
ศลขึ้น
ceases.
มา
When the moment
จิต
the
จะพลิกไป
defilement
พลิกมา
disappear, the
เดี๋ยว
mind
ก็มี
becomes
กิเลสเดี๋ยว
wholesome.
ก็มีกุศล
So at one
บาง
moment
ที
there's
จิตก็
some
มีราคะ
defilement, another
บางที
moment
จิตก็ไม่มีรา
it's
คะ
some wholesomeness,
บาง
some
ทีจิต
moment
มี
it
โท
has
สะบางทีจิตไม่มีโทสะบาง
the
ทีจิต
the
มีโม
lust,
หะ
sometimes it
บาง
doesn't
ที
have
จิตไม่มีโมหะเนี่ยพลิกไปพลิกมา
anger, attraction,
อะไรที่จะเป็นเครื่องมื
delusion.
อสำ
It
คัญ
flips
ที่จะ
and
ทำให้เราเจ
it
ริญสัมมา
changes
วายา
over
มะได้
time. What is the right
สติ
tool
สำคัญ
in
นะ
order to
สติ
have the right effort?
สติเป็นตัวรู้
Is
ทัน
the right
ว่าตอนเนี้ย
mindfulness.
ในจิตในใจเรา
So it requires the
กุ
right
ศลหรืออ
mindfulness
กุ
to
ศลมัน
become
ครอบคร
aware,
อง
to
อยู่
recognize
นะ
whatever
เริ่ม
that
หัด
is
สังเกตตัวเอง
taking over our mind
หั
at
ด
that
บ่อย
moment.
ๆนะตอนนี้
Make an
ใจ
effort
เราโกรธขึ้น
to
มา
do it
ให้รู้ว่า
frequently.
โกรธ
When you have an
ใจเรา
aversion,
โลภ
just
ให้รู้ว่าโล
know
ภ
that
ใจ
you
เราหล
have
ง
an
ให้รู้ว่า
anger.
หลง
When
ใจ
you
ฟุ้
are
งซ่านให้รู้
greedy,
ว่า
just
ฟุ้ง
know
ซ่านใจ
so.
หดหู่ให้
When
รู้
the
ว่าห
mind
ด
is
หู่รู้อย่างที่มัน
scattered,
เป็น
just know so. When the mind is feeling sad
ค
or
นทั่วไป
depressed, just know so.
โกรธ
Most
นักปฏิ
people,
บั
when
ติ
they're
ก็โกร
angry,
ธโกรธเหมือนกัน
everyone
เนี่ย
gets
เวลาก
angry,
ระทบอารมณ์ไม่
practitioner
ดี
or
สมมติว่าคน
non-practitioner.
มันมาด่า
When you come to contact with
ถ้าคนมัน
someone
มาด่า
with
หรือคน
something
มาขั
bad,
บรถปา
someone
ดห
it
น้า
was
เราเนี่ย
scolding at us and
เรา
they're
ก็โกรธ
shouting at you, or
เราไม่ได้
someone
ห้าม
cut in
จิ
front
ต
of
จะโกรธ
you
หรือไม่ได้ห้าม
on
นะ
the road.
ว่ามันจะโกร
You
ธ
can become
คน
angry.
ทั่วไป
You
เว
get
ลาคน
angry.
เข้ามาด่า
Everyone else
ก็จะไป
gets
สนใจ
angry
ไอ้คนที่มันด่าเรา
when
มัน
they
ด่า
get
ว่าอย่างนี้อย่าง
angry.
นี้
Someone
นะ
scolding at
สนใจ
them.
คนอื่น
They pay attention to the
เว
one
ลาคน
scolding
มาขับ
you,
ร
to
ถ
the
ปาดหน้า
words that
ก็
they're
โกรธ
saying to
พ
you.
อโกรธแล้วก็ไป
Someone
ดู
cut
ไอ้
in
คน
front of
เนี้ย
you.
ปาดเรา
They
เดี๋ยว
look
ต้อง
at
หา
the
ทางเอา
car
คืน
that
นะ
is cutting in front of
เนี่ยค
you.
น
You
ทั่วไป
want to
เป็น
find
แบ
a
บ
way
นั้
to
น
get back.
คื
That's
อ
the
มันสนใจอ
normal
อกข้างนอก
human.
ถ้าเราเป็นนัก
The
ปฏิบัติ
attention
นะ
goes
โกรธได้ไหม
outside.
ได้
But when you're a
ก็ยังโกรธเป็น
practitioner,
อยู่
is it
ก็
okay
ยั
to
งโกร
get
ธได้
angry? You still would get angry.
คนมาด่า
When
เราเราโกร
someone
ธ
scold at us,
แทน
when
ที่จะไปดู
someone
ไอ้คนที่ด่าเรา
say bad things to
เรา
you,
รู้ทัน
but
ว่าตอนนี้
when
ใจ
as a
กำลังโกรธ
practitioner, rather than getting angry and
ขับ
paying
รถอยู่ถูก
attention
ค
to
น
the
เขาปาด
one
หน้าโกรธ
making you
โกรธ
angry,
ได้ไหม
you're
โกรธ
driving
ได้
a car, someone cut in front of
แต่
you,
แทน
can you
ที่ไป
get
คอย
angry?
ตาม
Yes, you
ดู
can
มัน
get
มันไปถึ
angry,
งไหนแล้ว
but don't
ให้รู้
observe
ทัน
at
ที่
that
จิตใจ
car. Where
ว่า
did it
กำลัง
run
โกรธ
away to?
ฝึก
Just
อย่างนี้นะ
observe your mind that it's
เรากลับ
angry.
ข้างกับคนทั่วไปนิด
You
เดียวเอง
flip to the other side compared to others. So when others become aware, they become aware of things that are outside, that are external. Sending the mind out is the source of suffering, it's the cause of sufferings, and makes everything a mess. So don't send the mind out. So Luangpu Dun said, come back to yourself. Some image come to contact to you, that something happens in the mind, become aware of your own mind. Most people, when they see the beautiful flowers, They feel that it's beautiful. They pay attention to the flowers. They want to bring it home. They want to buy them home. They don't even become aware of it. But as practitioner, you see beautiful flowers. The mind becomes happy. You come to contact with some beautiful things and feel happy. Become aware that you're happy. It's not just about seeing the beautiful flowers and becoming aware of the beautiful flowers. It's actually only about becoming aware of your own mind. It's actually not that difficult. Luangpu Dun always says, the practice is not difficult. It's only difficult when you don't practice. You've read enough books. Now it's time to read your own mind. So whenever anything that comes to contact, don't send the mind out. Someone scold at you, don't pay attention to the one scolding at you. Become aware of your own mind that it's getting angry. Someone praise you and don't pay attention to the one praising you. Just know that your mind is feeling elated, feeling happy. So as long as you keep reading the mind, whatever the unwholesomeness that frequently arises, it will just stop appearing, because that moment when you have the mindfulness, become aware of your mind, this unwholesomeness will go away automatically. As long as you practice, you try to get rid of the unwholesomeness. You don't need to do anything to get rid of it. There's no need to. But whenever the unwholesomeness arises in the mind, become aware of it. When you're angry, it's not about getting rid of the anger. When you feel sad, disappointed, don't get rid of these disappointments. When you're angry, just become aware. When you're sad, just become aware. And you see that the anger, the sadness are different things from the mind. These things are just the phenomena that arise separately. As soon as the mind becomes aware of this anger or sadness, and your mind is just the observer, this anger would just disappear automatically. Whenever you have the mindfulness, you will not have the defilement. That's the first rule. That's one of the rules of Dhamma. Whenever you have the mindfulness, the defilements will not be there. The mindfulness become aware of the changes in your body and mind. So this is the foundations of mindfulness. It's the mindfulness. The foundations of mindfulness is becoming aware of your body and mind. So defilements arises, you become aware. It ceases to exist, you become aware. As soon as you see this, whenever the aversion arises, as long as you have the mindfulness to see this aversion, this anger, aversion will just disappear. It will disappear on its own automatically. It disappears by the power of wisdom, the mindfulness and the wisdom. The defilement will cease. A practitioner doesn't have to do anything to get rid of defilement. There will be no defilement that arises. As long as the defilement arises in your mind, become aware of it. Initially, you might not observe a lot of things. And initially, you might feel that you become aware of your anger, but it's still there. It's because you don't see it deep enough or refined enough. Someone scolds at you, you get angry, you see that you're angry, but it doesn't disappear because you actually have an anger on top of the anger of your anger. So the first anger, you become aware of it, and the second level of anger is actually you're angry, you want it to become not angry, you want the anger to go away. So when the defilements, and you need the defilements to go away, because the defilements will not disappear, because there's a new kind of defilement. The defilements that need to become good, the defilements that need to get rid of the defilement. You become aware of it. It's the double layers of defilement. So as long as you keep observing the first defilement, something comes to contact, something go at you, others go pay attention to the scolding. The practitioner would see the angry mind, but the quality of the mind is not upright and stable enough. The mind wants to become getting rid of the mindfulness, getting rid of this anger. The anger from being scolded at already become the past. That's the object in the past. But once you become aware that there's an anger, that anger is already in the past. You become aware of it. There's already the second path. So that's the second mind that becomes aware of that anger. And then the next step, you don't like this anger. You want it to disappear. You want to be not angry. So you hated the anger that had arisen. And it's the anger on top of the anger. Or sometimes you have the greed, wanting it to go away. So that's not a true mindfulness. It's just you have the new sign of defilement. So when you're trying to read your mind, take your time to observe it. It will be step by step. Eventually, you start to see something that's just more refined and clearly. So in conclusion, a non-practitioner, when something comes to contact, the mind is sent to the object that is being observed that comes to contact. Lost to hear, lost to see, lost to taste, lost to smell, lost to feel, touch, lost to think. A practitioner, when you practice, you are different. You're not lost into the external object, something that comes to contact. Wholesomeness, unwholesomeness arises, become aware of your own mind. And then once you become aware, there will be reactions that interfere with it. So when then some unwholesomeness arises and you dislike it, once you dislike it, you want it to go away. The mind is not equanimous about it. Then you become aware of it. Yes. Oh no, the new object that is arising is the fact that you hate the previous unwholesomeness that had arisen. So you have to see you have to stay in the present. Initially, you see the anger arising. The anger was in the present, and then you started to dislike that anger. You wanted that anger to go away. The anger was already in the past. The current one is the fact that you dislike the anger. So that's the present object. So when you can actually truly see it in the present, if you are still lingering in the past and still waiting for the anger to disappear, you actually lost in the past, not the real thing, not in the present moment that the mind dislikes. And the mind wants the anger to disappear. Or something good comes to contact, someone bring you the money, you feel glad, you have something happiness, you have the satisfaction, you feel love. Oh, this person is good, you love them. You see a dog, it's so pretty, you love it. You like it, you have the attraction, you become aware of it. You see that the mind had the greedy, the desire, the attraction. A practitioner, you see this greed arising. You see that it's bad. You want to get rid of this because the master told us to get rid of it. Just become aware that you actually want to get rid of these attractions. Whatever the reactions that something comes to contact, wholesome, unwholesome arises, become aware. And you see the gladness or disappointment or being not glad about whatever that arises about the reactions. If you feel bad about the defilement and you're glad about the wholesomeness, you see it and you want to feel that way continuously. When you see a master, for example, or when you see Luangpu, and you feel so happy about it. I don't like it when you feel lost and just feel full of delusion and you cannot be even attached to the master. You respect the masters, but don't be attached to the masters. You have to be able to walk on your own. Be strong. So when the mind becomes wholesome, become aware, when you feel glad, you feel joy, you feel happiness, you feel wholesomeness, whenever that arises, it brings happiness. When you do the good deeds, then you feel so happy about it, and then you're crazy about all this wholesomeness. If you stuck with the wholesomeness, with the good deeds, then that's not good. When you listen to Dhamma, when you feel good, become mindful of this happiness. be mindful that you're feeling glad about Dhamma, that you're listening to. You have to become aware of it. Otherwise, you're lost. You're lost in being good. It's still better than being lost in something bad, but you're still lost. You will still subject to the good fabrication. You will not achieve Nibbana. And Arahant is free from any good or bad fabrication. That's why it's truly liberation from good or bad things. So when defilements arise, you don't like it, become aware. When any wholesomeness arises, you like it, become aware. When wholesomeness arises and you like it and you don't become aware of it, that's not good enough. When defilements arises, you know that you dislike it, that's good. So the practice, everything comes back to whether you like or dislike whatever that you just observe. Originally, you just observe good or bad, wholesome, unwholesome, happiness, unhappiness. Just become aware of it. You see whether it's wholesome or unwholesome, you see this, but that's not enough. As you keep practicing, you see whatever that comes to contact when it's good. When you're a good person, you satisfy with the wholesomeness and you stuck in this wholesomeness, you stuck in this good deed. You stuck in the virtues. You have to be mindful that you're actually liking this. When unwholesomeness arises, you dislike the unwholesomeness, become aware of it. So the mind, the foundations of mindfulness, you like it or dislike it, you have to do about it. So the key is about being neutral, being equanimous about it. So knowing so you like it or you dislike it, you become aware. So when you see the body in the body, you see the subset of the feelings inside of the feeling, the subset of the mind inside the mind. These are your meditation objects, your dwelling object. You do all this. It's not for achieving anything. It's not about knowledge. It's not about becoming famous. This is about eradicating the defilement. That's the kind of right effort. And you need a full comprehension. You know what you need to do, what you need to do at that moment, what kind of dwelling object do you need. If the mind is tired, you need to do samatha practice. How do you do it? Which dwelling object you're gonna need to use. You need to study and try to notice, and then you realize, you learn about the correct kind of, the right kind of dwelling or meditation object for yourself. So for me, I just breathe in, breathe out, I do it, becomes automatic. Whenever I have free time, I would just automatically do it immediately, breathing in, breathing out, with mindfulness. Use my breath as my dwelling object. So the mind needs all the time needs a dwelling object. Even though you finish the practice, you still need. Even an Arahant needs to do the foundations of mindfulness. An Arahant actually, they still do the foundations of mindfulness, but they are free from the attachment to any aggregate. Even though they're liberated already, it's a dwelling object for their mind. So you need a full comprehension in order to do. You know whether this moment you need samatha, you need vipassana, and what kind of dwelling object is suitable for each type of practice. That's called the full comprehension. Don't forget. Don't be lost. Don't forget. Be mindful. So whatever arises in your body, whatever arises in your mind, become aware. So you need a dwelling object, you need the effort, you need the full comprehension. No, you need the mindfulness, becoming aware of your body and mind. And the fifth one, the last one, if you can eradicate of happy or unhappy, being glad, satisfied or unsatisfaction about any good things or bad things in the life, wholesomeness or unwholesomeness is part of the five aggregates. That's the end of it. If you still love wholesomeness and hate unwholesomeness, you're not equanimous about it. You still haven't withdrawn from any good or bad in the world. When you hate the bad things, when you attach to the good deeds, you still suffer. When you see someone who are corrupted, who do something bad to the country, you are a person, you're a person. You know that the nation has done so much good thing, and these guys are ungrateful. You are a good person, but you have the anger. That's still you still lost in the world, even though you are a good person. Even the wholesomeness, don't be attached to it. As long as you're still clinging it, you give values, you give meaning, and you lost in being good. You have to become aware. When the mind eventually become equanimous to sufferings and happiness, unhappiness, good or bad, that's when the true wisdom arises. You achieve equanimity, and all the phenomena will just come and go. Whatever that comes, you become aware of it. The mind is upright and stable, not being glad or unhappy about anything that has arisen with any phenomena. All the phenomena come and go. They keep rotating, come and go. Your mind will become like a moon. On a full moon day, it's full. There might be some cloud floating around. Sometimes it blocks the moon, but it comes and it goes. You see all the fabrications come and go. Even the defilements come and go. Wholesomeness comes and go. The moon remains the moon, bright and beautiful. Whatever comes and goes. The cloud doesn't interfere, doesn't fabricate the moon. The cloud is fooling us. It might be blocking the moon. The mind doesn't actually do anything to the moon. When you actually practice so well, your mind will become the mind. It doesn't get tainted. It doesn't fabricate. Anything good or anything bad, we equanimous about all the phenomena. So when the mind doesn't have the quality, you have no quality. You are a little rabbit looking at the moon. You satisfy, you don't know. When the cloud blocks the moon, you get angry. You feel unhappy. You don't become aware that you are unhappy with the clouds blocking the moon. You are just a stupid rabbit on the earth looking at the moon. So keep practicing until you reach the true equanimity. That's the key. It's the equanimous. You will no longer have any bias. You will not. You will see all the phenomena, the same thing, something that arises, maintains, and goes away. Eventually you get there. Keep practicing. Once you get there, your mind will just stay stable. Happiness comes, your mind will not get elated. Unhappiness comes, you will not get so sad. Wholesomeness, unwholesomeness will not be inflating and deflating. It will stay still. The mind of an arahant is empty, bright, pure. There's no fabrication, there's no searching, there's nothing else. There's no clinging to anything. It's empty. Empty because of the ultimate wisdom. It's not void from samadhi. That's still far from it. You're still far from wisdom cultivation. I give you the roadmap. You walk this road. You have the map. You know the map. You know how to get to Chiang Mai. If you don't start walking, you will never get there. You have to start your journey. If you have a map, you know that Chiang Mai is in that direction. You have to go north. And you start to take your journey. Some people get there fast. Some people would get there slowly. Some people might fly there and get in no time. Some people would walk. Some people are rich. they would just fly. They would take an express car. When you have less money, you may have to take a slow bus. You may have to hitchhike step by step. Some people will walk. Even though you try to hitchhike, no one lets you on. Some people go there very easily. Some people have to take a journey, a long journey to get there. We started with different source of capital. Don't compare yourself to others. Come back to yourself. We have different capital. So every day you make one step forward. It's better than staying in the same place. Train yourself. That's how I practice. Being patient was the key. Every single day I practice. I become aware of the body and mind. Becoming aware of body and mind as they truly are, with the upright and stable mind and equanimous mind. Sometimes if the mind gets so busy, it's not upright and stable, it's not equanimous. Become aware. Sometimes I come back to samatha practice. Until the mind is upright and stable and equanimous, just keep practicing every day. It might be boring. It's just like you read the same book every day, again and again, the same page over and over every day on the same page. It gets boring because you're just going to read the same body and mind every day, repeatedly, again and again every day. Some people get tired unless you're patient and you feel like, okay, we'll come back to it. Then the defilements already drag you away. You have to be patient with this boredom. You have to be patient with the discouragement. You feel if you want to get something good and you feel that you haven't got better, that's just stupid because you set the objective wrong. It's not about becoming good. The objective is about becoming aware of your body and mind. So as you do it repeatedly, you see the body and mind more and more clearly. That's a practice. It's about learning the truth of the body and mind. It's not about becoming good, about becoming calm. So today, you're not becoming calm, you feel that your practice is bad. If you have something good as the standard or the objective, then you will not get there. It's not about the calmness or the goodness that you want to achieve. You just need the truth about it. As soon as the mind becomes aware and truly understand it, you get the true happiness that is free from calmness that you used to know. It's about the wholesomeness that you never know. It's about the quality that you never know. Nibbana is a lot more superior to anything of these you feel objective. Can you feel tired about it? Can you feel lazy about it? This practice, can you feel discouraged about it? All these can happen, but you just never stop practicing. Be resolute. Do it. No matter what you do, no matter how you fall down, do it every day. Bring calmness in until you gain the energy, the strength. One step a day is good. If you're going to do it once a day, one step a day, it's okay. You reach Ayutthaya, you die, you be born in Ayutthaya, and you keep walking until you get to Chiang Mai. Even if it's not lifetime, if you're going to be born again, you have to be born somewhere. Then you get to meet Buddhism again. If you can do it in this lifetime, do it. Be resolute. Whatever the world is full of distractions, it's full of suffering. Be resolute. Be determined to be aware, to be free from this world that is so dirty. That's it for today. Is it fierce today? When it's fierce, just know so. When you feel encouraged, you feel that you are having the determination. You like it. The mind has energy. I want to feel it this way. Know that you're being greedy. Know that you like it. You like it, you know so. The equanimity is initial stage. Be equanimous with mindfulness is the first step. But eventually, when you being equanimous, you're neutral because of the wisdom. That's when you're getting closer to the enlightenment, to the noble path. Number one.
เบอร์หนึ่งในรูปแบบนั่งภาวนา
My formal practice, I do the sitting meditation, breathing input, breathing out, so counting one. I try to become aware of the breath coming in and out and the body moving with the breath. The mind moves to think or see the image, just try to bring attention to it and then coming back to my breath without controlling. The mind feels light when it's not clinging to anything, become aware. Sometimes I can bring attention to see the knowing mind. During the day, I try to observe the body and the mind. I get rid of the object more easily. Don't try to bring attention of the knower. Bring attention to knower, you become the knower, being the knower, and you get into the formless jhana. When you're stuck in there, it's really hard to fix. I used to be stuck in there trying to observe the knower on top of the knower. I got stuck there for a year. It's a waste of time. What you do is good. Try to reduce the greed, the desire. You're too intentional. When you're very intentional, you try to bring attention to something. When you're trying to bring attention to things, you're going to start over-fixating on that. You over-focus on that. Then the mind would just get too tight. It's not natural. It's not ordinary. Relax. Relax your mind. Relax and be mindful. When the max is relaxed, that moment it might get a little drift away. Don't be too strong. Try to have mindfulness. When you try to bring attention too much to it, just feel. Don't bring attention to it. Can you see? The mind see the happiness arising. When you bring attention to it, it will not be it won't be right. It will be too tight. Know it with the equanimous mind. When the mind moves, just know so. When the mind wanders off, just so. When the mind becomes happy, just know that happiness arises. Do this. Don't get too tight. Feel relaxed, and then you get to do the wisdom cultivation. Number two.
เบอร์สองรู้สึกมีมานะอัตตา
I feel the conceit. I try to warn others about the practice, but I would let go and not hoping for results. Doing mindfulness during the day, see the wholesome, unwholesome in the present, but sometimes there's some energy. Try to bring me away from sitting meditation during my formal practice. I try to let external energy to interfere with me. I try to have the intention to stay and hold on the 5 precepts. Am I on the right path? You see your conceit, your ego. Become aware. When you have any external energy interfering with you, what actually protects you is the precepts. When your precepts are good, the angels, the divine beings will protect you. Do the chanting. You don't have to worry about bad energy interfering. Usually it comes from your own mind. Your mind accumulates a lot of bad energy. Sometimes it arises and you blame it's actually from somewhere else. When you have the good precepts, pay respect to the Buddha, do chanting, become mindful of your body, you make progress. When you are being interfered, there's some repercussions of something, it's okay. Don't feel angry about it. Number one, relax. You're too tight. Number one, you really used to stuck to the being fixated. Everything else is good, but you're too intentional to bring attention to it. So the mind stays still. When intentional to bring attention to it, it's a greed. This is good. This is correct. Going deep to in is wrong. Waste of time. Number two, your mind's so busy. The mind's very busy. So do your chanting. Chant a lot. As long as you chant a lot until the mind becomes calm and cool, you get the right samadhi. What you do, that's not bad. But you don't have enough samadhi. Your mind is not at the home base, it's sent outside. So increase the samadhi. Number three.
เบอร์สามเดินจงกรมดูกาย
My
หายใจ
walking meditation, observing the body breathing. Number one, the mind moves into the same track. You stuck. When you practice a little bit, you go on the same track. Step back. Defilement's not in there. Number three.
เบอร์สามเดินจงกรม
My walking meditation, observe the body breathing, see the rises and falls. During daytime, I see the body and mind working, see the anger arises, see the greed. I would like to get more homework. So do more. What you do is good. Number four. Number three, you don't have any problem. Just do more. Number
เบอ
four.
ร์สี่อยากดีโลภมีโท
Want it
สะ
to be good,
บางครั้งเป็นกลาง
greedy.
บางครั้งไม่
Sometimes I
เป็น
have aversion. Sometimes
สร้างกรรมใหม่
it would be
หยุ
equanimous.
ดใส่
Sometimes
แฟ
it's not.
นและน้องสาว
I always
จึง
scold
รู้
my
สึก
boyfriend and
หวง
sisters,
สวยระหว่างวัน
worried
ดูจิต
about
ตาม
getting
ที่จิต
beautiful.
เป็นและดูกายขยับ
During the day,
ส
I
นุ
try
ก
to
มาก
observe
แต่ชอบกลัวเพ่ง
the
กลัว
body,
ทำ
but
ผิ
I'm
ด
afraid of
ระแวง
over-focusing,
จนเผลอ
afraid
บั
of
งคับลมหายใจ
doing it wrong.
หลวงพ่อบอก
So
ว่า
paranoid to the
มา
point
ใหม่
where
ๆ
I'm
อย่าเพิ่งข
controlling
ยั
my
น
breathing.
ที่ทำอยู่นี้
So when you
ผ่าน
told
พ
me
อ
when
จะ
you
ขยับได้
started,
หรือ
don't
ยัง
be too
คะ
diligent. Can I become more diligent? What you've done has improved. You become aware of your body and mind. Don't rush. Don't be lazy. Take it easy. Just become aware. Frequently, do some chanting, do sitting meditation, walking meditation. Just keep doing. The mind's not at the home base. Can you tell? What do we do? You want to be there? When you want to be there, you just know so. When you become aware, when you become aware that you dislike something, the mind will be at the home base. Do more. Good. Number three, your minds wander off completely after you reported to me. Try to control, not to let the mind wander too often. In every situation, it's not like reporting to me and then your mind can just wander off.
เบอ
Number
ร์ห้า
five,
เป็นคนขี้โมโห เทียบเขา
I have
เที
the
ยบเรา
tendency to get angry
ใช้
and
วิ
like to
ธีหายใจ
compare
เข้า
myself
พุทออกโท
to
หลง
others.
คิดแล้ว
I
รู้
breathe in, breathing
บา
out,
งครั้ง
toe.
หายใจแล้ว
I
รู้สึก
think
เหนื่อย เพิ่งจะพยายา
a
ม
lot.
ทำให้ได้วันละ 3 ชั่วโมง
I try to practice
แบ่งเว
3
ลา
hours
ป
a
ฏิบัติ
day.
วันละ
Try to set
1-3 ครั้ง
aside 1
ไหว้
to
พระ
3 times a
นั่ง
day,
สมาธิ
doing
30-60
chanting,
นาที
doing sitting
ตอนสาย
meditation
และก่อน
30
น
minutes
อ
to
น
an hour.
ตอนเย็นเดินจงกรม
Morning
60 นา
and
ที
night. In the
ระ
evening,
ห
I
ว่าง
would do
วัน
walking
รู้สึกตัวได้
meditation for
บ้า
an
ง
hour.
เค
During
ย
the
เห็
day,
น
I
ความ
become
โกรธ
mindful
และ
once in
ควา
a
มกลั
while.
ว
I
ดับ
see anger
ที่
arises.
ปฏิบัติอยู่ถูกไหมครับ
I see the anger or the fear disappear sometimes. What you do is good. Do more. Don't lift the mind too high. Don't pull it up like this. It will get blurred and hazy. Use an ordinary mind. Don't lift it up.
อย่าดันขึ้นไปปก
Don't
ติ
do
เลย
it. Don't push it.
แล้วมันจะก้าวหน้าเร็ว
And you make good
เรา
progress.
จะทะลุออกไปเป็นพระพรหม
When you push it up, you become like a Brahma.
ตรงนี้ดี
Now that's good.
รู้สึกอย่างนี้นะรู้สึกได้
Become aware, become mindful of this. Number 6.
เบอร์ 6 ตั้งแต่ต้นปีร่างกายไม่ค่อย
From the
แข็งแรง
beginning of the
จึ
year,
งเปลี่ยน
my
การเดิ
health
นจ
has
ง
not
กรม
been
ให้
well,
ช้าลง
so I
กลั
changed
บกลาย
from
เป็นว่า
walking
ดีกว่า
meditation to make it
ส
slower.
ติ
It turns
มี
out to
การ
be
เดินปัญ
better.
ญา จิต
Mindfulness
ตั้ง
and
มั่น
wisdom
เห็นขันธ์มันแยกออก
cultivation,
ให้
mind
ดู
becomes upright and
มีความ
stable.
สุ
The
ขใน
aggregate
การเดิน
separate
มาก
out.
ขึ้น
I
ใช้
am
เว
much
ลาเดิ
happier
น
with my walk.
3-4 ชั่วโมง
So I
ต่อ
walk
วัน
3-4 hours a
รักษา
day.
ศีล 5 อย่างดี
I try to hold
ระหว่าง
5
วันมี
precepts.
สติตาม
During
รู้
the
ได้
day,
บ่อ
I
ยขึ้
become
น
mindful,
ขอคำแนะนำการ
become
ปฏิบัติ
aware
ต่
more
อ ค่ะ
frequently.
ที่ทำต่อ
Would you
ไป
please give me more advice?
ดีแล้วนะทำไป
What you do is good. Continue.
แต่ตอนนี้จิตออกนอกดูออกไหม
Currently, your mind stands out. Can you see?
ดูออกไม่มีปัญหานะ
If you can see, that's
เบอร์
okay.
7
Number 7.
เบอร์ 7 ทำสมาธิจิตรวมสงบ
The
เกิดความ
practice
สว่าง เห็นตัวรู้
the mind
เห็นสภา
with
วะ
the
ภายในจิตมันทำงาน เห็นเวทนา
become bright
ทำงาน
to see
แย
the
กจาก
mind
กาย
working, see
พ
the
อเว
feeling
ทนา
working
มาก
out
ขึ้น
separately from
เริ่
the
มจุด
body.
แน่นตรงกลางอก
When so many
รู้
feelings
สึก
feel
ธา
tight
ตุ
in the
วิ่ง
chest,
วนร้อนเย็นอ
feel
ยู่
like the
ภายใน
elements
จ
running
นเวทนา
around,
มาก
hot
ขึ้น
and cold running
แยก
inside
ธา
until
ตุ
there's
แย
more
กขั
feelings.
นธ์และ
Trying
เห็
to
นไตร
separate the
ลักษณ์
elements
เห็น
and
จิ
see
ต
the
อยา
three
กออกจากสมา
characteristics.
ธิ
See
ไม่
the
รู้
mind
ว่า
wanting to come out
ค
of
วรเอา
samadhi.
จิตไปอยู่ตรงไหน
I don't
กั
know
งว
where
ล
I
ว่า
should
จะ
put
ติ
my
ดเพ่
mind.
ง
I
ที่
feel that
ป
I'm
ฏิบัติ
gonna
อยู่
be
ถู
too
กต้องไหม
over
คะ
focused. What I do, is it correct? What you do is good.
อย่าเคลิ้มรู้สึก
Don't be lost and drowsy.
อย่าน้อมจิตให้เคลิ้ม
Don't bring
ถ
the
อยขึ้นมา
mind
สิ
to
ถ
get
อยขึ้นมา
hazy.
เพิ่มความรู้สึกตัวขึ้นนิดนึง
Step back. Arouse your awareness
อยู่ระดับนี้นะ
at this level.
อยู่ตรงนี้เราจะเดินปัญญาได้
And at this level,
ไปซึมอยู่
you'll be
ข้างใน
able to
เดิน
the
ปัญญาไม่ได้จริง
cultivation of wisdom. Staying deep in
อย่าปล่อย
is
จิตให้เค
sluggish.
ลิ้ม
You won't be able to cultivate wisdom.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
let the
keep
mind
yourself
get
up.
hazy. Don't try to
ถ้าเรา
make
น้อ
the
มไป
mind
หาความสงบ
calm.
อย่าเคลิ้มอย่า
When
ให้
you
เป็
bring
น
to calmness, you get this haziness.
เพิ่มความรู้สึกตัวขึ้นนะ
You get this
เคลื่อน
drowsiness.
ไหวไว้
Arouse your awareness. Keep
พ
moving
ยา
your
ยามเคลื่
body.
อนไหวไว้
Keep moving
ทำ
your
งานบ้า
body.
นเคลื่อนไหวไปอะไรไป
Doing your household chores.
ดี
Keep
กว่าไป
moving.
นั่งแล้วก็ซึมเข้าไปข้างใน
Better than sitting meditation and get sluggish.
เบอร์ 1ถ้าตั้งใจมาก
Number
แล้วสัก
one,
พักมันจะเหนื่อยนะ
when you're too intentional, you get tired.
รู้สึกไปธรรมดาเบอร์ 1
Become aware
เบอร์ 8ไม่ได้มีปัญหา
naturally.
เลยว่าไป
Number 8, there's
ภาว
no
นาดี
problem
แล้ว
at
เบอ
all.
ร์ 8
You do
เบอ
really
ร์
well.
8 สังเกตการ
Number
บังคับ
8,
จิตตัวเองได้
I
มาก
trying
ขึ้น
the mind
จิ
trying
ต
to
ใจพั
control
ฒ
more
นา
and more.
โปร่ง
The
โล่
mind
ง
has
เบาขึ้น
improved,
เห็
feeling
นว่า
light,
จิ
feeling
ตสามาร
better.
ถเปลี่ยนแปลงได้เอ
See, the
ง
mind has
แม้
changed
ไม่
on
มี
its
เห
own
ตุไม่มีการกระ
without
ทบ
any
อารม
cause.
ณ์
Even
เห็น
there's
ว่า
no
ตัวเองไม่
contact.
ได้เก่งจริง
The mind is
มี
not
จิตที่เปลี่ยน
can
แปล
see
ง
that I'm
ครอบ
not truly
งำความ
good.
สุขความทุก
The
ข์อ
mind
ยู่
changes,
ขอคำสั่งสอนครับ
ทำถูกแล้ว
overtaking
นะ
by happiness
ทำมา
unhappiness.
ดีมาก
What you do good, what you've done is really
ทำอีก
good. Do more.
เวลาภาวนานะเราใช้โย
When
นิ
you
โสมน
practice,
สิการ
you need to bring
สังเกต
attention
ใจของเราเอง
to try to understand, observing your mind.
มันไปติดไปคล้องอะไรรู้ทันไปเรื่อย
Whatever
ๆมันสุ
that
ข
your
มัน
mind
ทุ
is
กข์มันดี
stuck,
มันชั่วตามรู้ตามเห็นไปสติปัญ
good,
ญา
bad,
เมื่อไหร่
just
มัน
keep
คมมากขึ้น
observing.
มากขึ้นภาวนาใจ
As
เนี่ย
long as you see more and
ทำถูก
more, what
มาก
you do
เลย
is
ถูก
good.
เป๊ะเลย
What you do is really good.
จิตไหล
Absolutely
ไปรู้
right.
สึกไหม
The mind moves.
ไหลแวบ
Can you tell that that
ไม่ห้ามนะ
split
ไหลเรารู้
moment
เพื่
has
อเบอร์
moved?
8ภาว
Don't
นา
stop
ต่อ
it.
มา
Number 8, you're
โอ
really
เค
good. I like it.
เดี๋ยวก็เสื่อม
And then it will go bad.
คนไหนหลวงพ่อบอกว่าดี
It will deteriorate. Whenever I
ถูก
say
แล้
it's
วเนี่ย
good,
นะมัน
it's
จะรักษา
correct.
อยากรัก
It
ษา
will try to
ให้
maintain
เป็น
it.
แช
You
ม
want
ป์
to sustain it. You wanna maintain the champion, and you will get tired and you will deteriorate. The practice, it becomes good and bad. It becomes good and bad. That's normal. There's no one goal development. It comes and go. It teaches you Dhamma itself. When you practice, if you keep improving, it will become egotistical and good. And if you can see, when the mind is awake, the quick awareness, the samadhi that doesn't need to be maintained, it can deteriorate too. Because this is still in the worldly sense. What you do is good. 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 Defilements have become a lot less. Now time to go home. Number one, stop over focusing. You fixating, you lock there.